So it's the 12th of November 2024, and for whatever reason, randomly, the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition has got an update. And this isn't like some small little pissy update. This is a big update. This has changed a fair bit from the game. And the big update is a visual one, as it's brought back classic lighting that we know and love from the original GTA 3, Vice City, and GTA San Andreas. I've also heard that the update has included in GTA 3 and Vice City, you're now able to run around and aim at the same time whilst using the shotguns and flamethrowers. I think you can already do this in San Andreas, but it was never a thing in either the classic versions of Vice City and 3, but now it's been updated. Now you can run around whilst aiming with a shotgun or flamethrower, which is quite a nice little neat inclusion for this update. And not only that, but the flames apparently look a lot more visually better, as well as glass breaking. And when I heard about this update, I loaded GTA San Andreas straight up, and wow, the differences, you can really see the difference between the two. Now, when we look at this first image, this is what GTA Definitive Edition, whatever the fuck you want to call it, San Andreas, has looked like since it released. And then we compare it to now after the update, and it looks so much better. It brings so much more life back in to GTA San Andreas. Obviously, this is the very start of the game where you have to jump on the bike and you can first control CJ. This is that point, and the difference you can just see in the left one, it just looks a bit lifeless, it looks a bit generic and bland and plain and boring. Whereas in right, it takes a blast to the past, very nostalgic. It brings a bit more life back into the game, what we've all been dying for. And finally, we have got a great little update. And again, in Las Venturas, we can see the big difference between the two. On the left before, again, just looks very lifeless, and the lights just aren't popping as much. Whereas on the right afterwards, the atmosphere just feels a bit better for where we are at the current place in time. It's night time, it's Las Vegas, the colors are popping a bit more compared to the left, where that just isn't the case. Right just brings more life, and that's what this update has done, in my opinion. Just brought a lot more life to the game on a visual aspect of things. And I feel like this one might be the best example, where you're flying a plane, you're quite high up in the air. On the left, you can pretty much see anything. You can see some clouds in the distance, of course, but for the most part, you can see pretty much everything quite clearly. Again, no life in it, quite draining. Whereas on the right, yeah, it's got like the Breaking Bad Mexico filter added to it, like the piss filter, but it's what we grew up with and we all loved. And not only that, again, it just adds to the atmosphere and vibe of the game. It's quite more misty, so you can't really see as much in the background, which is what we want to see. I think this is what it used to be like on the PS2 because of how much the game was limited. Remember, GTA San Andreas was a very big game for the PlayStation 2. It really did push the limits the same way GTA 5 did on the PS3. And it was one of those games that really did push its limits. And that's why they had so much fog and mist. But it only helped the game, in my opinion, from a visual aspect of things. And I feel like this coming back, it just makes the game more fun. It's like a fresh coat of paint. And it's actually made me want to replay GTA San Andreas. And again, just another good example, but this one included water. I want to show you if it changed the water that much. And as you can see, the water pops out a lot more. There's a bit more of a blue mist this time on the right, and on the left, it's just kind of lifeless again. Yeah, I think there's an argument that it's a lot more realistic, but was anyone really expecting realism when it came to these, GTA Trilogy Definitive Shut the Fuck Up Edition, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I like the right side more. I'm glad the classic lightings came back. I just feel like it's added so much more to the game, what we've been wanting for a long time now. We also have some footage from GTA 3 and Vice City, but before we get into that, I have got to mention, I haven't seen this before when loading up either one of the games from the trilogy, and that's the terms and conditions, or terms of service sort of thingy. I've never had that at the start of the game. Let me know if that's been the case for anyone else, whether this is just a new thing or, whether this is just new. I don't know why this is the case, but this is the first time it ever happened to me, and it loaded up every time. The first time I loaded up San Andreas, 3, and Vice City today. Now, I will admit, I feel like this has affected GTA San Andreas a lot more, as you can tell from the comparisons like San Andreas comparisons that I've done in the GTA 3 and Vice City ones. Well, I just feel like, again, the GTA San Andreas ones stand out more. That could be just because of the footage I got, and I've only just started off with 3 in Vice City. I don't have like a long loaded save like I do San Andreas, so I haven't got the rest of the map unlocked and whatnot, and different outfits, whatever it may be. I do feel like this has affected GTA San Andreas more, but it's still nice that it's playing an effect with all 3 of the games. Another thing I'd like to mention is that Grove Street Games, the developers who developed these 3 games, they are no longer involved with anything to do with this game, apparently. I don't know if they're still at the end credits, but they're no longer a part of the start. You know, it shows the message at the start, and they're no longer like on the main menu or anything like that. So I don't know if what Rockstar Games has done, but to wipe them from the entire product is quite crazy. Again, I don't know if they do it at the end credits or what, but I feel like that is a bit harsh considering they got all the flack for this. And it's not like they gave the go-ahead. I'm pretty sure Rockstar or Take-Two Interactive pushed Grove Street Games to get this out within a certain time frame, you know, so it was out for the 20th anniversary or whatever it was, but they had a time frame, wasn't really long enough for the job that they had, and that's why it did end up flopping when it first came out, which also leaves me very surprised that they have randomly updated it like 3 years later. I'm pretty sure, yeah, 3 years later, kind of just random to, you know, update it all of a sudden. I don't know if they're going to keep on bringing out updates to try and fix up a lot of issues, but I don't know. A very surprising thing to do. I'm hoping if Grove Street Games, if that's it for them, well, I'm hoping that's not the case, because obviously that's people's jobs, that's people's livelihoods, and I do feel like it was a bit harsh considering, again, they were given a certain time frame where it was quite almost an impossible job to get done, so I would feel for them quite a bit. But yeah, I don't know where this updates came from, but I'm happy to get more surprising updates if it benefits the game. And yeah, that's the visual updates for the GTA Trilogy whatever edition. I can't wait to play more. I'm yet to ever complete GTA Vice City or 3. I almost got to the end of GTA Vice City ages ago and then just stopped playing. 3 I've never played, and now that these visual boosts have happened, well, it gives me more reason to want to play the game and go on to finish them as well. So I can't wait to get my hands tucked in to these 2 games at one point. And I might even go for the platinum on GTA San Andreas again. I got it on my last edition, but whatever, I got to get it again. And it might just spur me on to go and finish that platinum because I'm quite close to the end, but I still haven't gone for it anyway. Well, let me know what you guys think. Are you thinking of revisiting these 3 games now because of this update? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.